Did you accidentally go over your calorie deficit for the day and now you're freaking out? If yes, this video is for you. And don't panic, because we've got some options. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey, and hopefully you'll subscribe and come along for the ride because I put out new videos every single day. So let's talk about it. You went over in your calories for your calorie deficit for the day. You're on this weight loss plan. You're doing great. You went over whether you went out to eat with friends or family, or you just weren't tracking something correctly when you were tracking it in your app. Whatever the case may be, I am here to tell you it's gonna be okay. Don't panic. We've got a couple of options. So I wanted to put this question up because it's from the support group, and I wanted to let you know that when we're talking about a calorie deficit, we're talking about a calorie deficit over the span of a week. So what does that mean? Well, that means that if you go over in your calories one day, for whatever reason, you choose more calorie dense foods that day, you made a mistake in your tracking, you weren't feeling well the day before, and so, and now the day after, you're like gorging yourself, whatever the case may be, there is zero reason for you to beat yourself up because it's just one day. So for so long, many of us were indoctrinated by diet culture, where if you mess up for one day, you just say F it, and then you just get off your diet. And you're like, whatever, I'll start Monday of next week, right? And you kind of give up. The great thing about a GLP-1 journey is that you don't have to do that. And technically speaking, even without a GLP-1, you don't have to do that, because it's consistency over time that is key to weight loss. What does that mean? Well, it means that while you may have gone over 300 calories for your day, that actually doesn't ruin your week. At the very next meal, and this is kind of like my catchphrase, the next meal is your next opportunity to make healthy choices. So you don't have to wait until the week starts again. You don't have to wait until the weekend or the weekend's over or Monday rolls around. That very next meal is your opportunity to make healthy choices. So when it comes to comments like this, where it's like, oh, I overate, do I need to exercise off those extra calories? Can you do it? Yes, but you need to be very, 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 very careful with this mindset, because it is very easy to get caught up in an eating disorder with this mindset. So can you do that? Yes. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind when it comes to tracking calories from exercise is that the vast majority of exercise calorie tracking is way off. And it's because there's so many different factors when it comes to exercise. For example, the first time I got on my Peloton bike, I was significantly heavier than I am now. It was, out of the blue for me to start exercising because I previously was not exercising. And that workout for 30 minutes was so hard, I thought it was going to kill me. I mean, sweat just pouring out of me. You can go see the video. It's pretty entertaining. Anyway, the point is that exercise was significantly harder for me, and I probably burned more calories than if I was to do that same 30-minute ride today, because I am significantly lower in weight, and I'd like to think that I've, either built or leaned up some of that muscle, right, from exercise. And so that workout, that same workout, I'm not going to burn as many calories as I did previously. So, but if you put it into a calorie tracking app, or if you're using something like an Apple Watch or something like that, it's just going to give you an estimate of those calories. So again, very easy, very slippery slope with this, that you can get, you know, sucked into, oh no, I went over in calories and, you know, now I have to exercise it off. And then if you don't have success losing that week for any number of reasons that are completely unrelated to your calories and your exercise, you are going to blame it on that one day that you went over in calories. And that's not how it works. But that's how our brains have been programmed to think about it, right? And then, of course, the battle of the self-deprecation and the shame and the I screwed it up and that's why I didn't lose weight this week and blah, blah, blah. When in actuality, you just had Chinese food the day before and you used some extra soy sauce. And so now you're retaining some water. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful with this mindset of, oh, okay, I'll just burn off the calories. Now, having said that, you can opt that route, right? You can increase your exercise, whatever it is you're doing. You could do a little extra for that day or the next day or the next day, right? Because remember, it's over a week's time. So you don't have to immediately address it. The other thing is you could address it with your calories. And there are many people who do this with intermittent fasting. However, I want to put a caveat here that if you are going to do intermittent fasting, you need to talk to your doctor about it, and you need to make sure that you're talking to a nutritionist who is experienced with intermittent fasting. Because, again, very easy to get off into ED land, right? Where you're like, oh, I went over in calories, I'll just starve myself now. So it sounds silly when I say it like that because I'm making light of it. But the truth is, it's very easy to get caught up in that. People who first started out with that mentality didn't think that that's where they were going to end up. And then many months later, they did. So you need to be very, very careful. Make sure that you're using your noggin. Talk to your doctor. Right? Talk to a nutritionist, and keep in the back of your mind that you need to be in a caloric deficit over the course of the week, not necessarily for that one single day. Okay. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, definitely give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I put out new videos every day. If you're looking for a positive only support group where you can post your questions and not get attacked for the question, definitely check it out. It's in the link in the description box below. Check out my other videos because I have other helpful tips and tricks that can help you on your health journey. And as always, be kind, rewind.